The insistence of the French government to pass an anti-extremism law, despite the reaction of the Muslim community, has further raised our concerns. This bill, if enacted in its current form, will encourage extremism rather than fighting against extremism. According to the draft law, the rights of Muslim women to exist in social life will be limited by impacting their clothing preferences. The ban on headscarves imposed on young Muslim girls is also a separate subject that needs judgment. With the draft law, our young people will be forced to choose between education and faith, as it was the case once in our country as well. The enactment of such a bill, which publicly contradicts human rights and freedom of faith, would be a guillotine to French democracy.
Well, let's speak to Monia Bouguerra in Paris. She's a member of the Union of French Muslim Democrats. Is President Erdogan right, do you think?
Yeah, of course, he's right. This bill is discriminating because it is stigmatizing the whole community, the whole Muslim community. And we are held accountable for terrorism by conflating Islam and terrorism. The government is actually fueling terrorism itself by pretending that there is a civilization war between the West and Islam, between Muslims in the West countries. They're actually dividing the society, divide and rule, basically.
In which case, you'll be encouraged by the level of support that these protests seem to have had. You know, people are not particularly happy with this new arrangement or this proposed bill, are they?
We're not. We consider it's a discriminating bill. There have been attacks against Muslim organizations, mosques, and charities. NGOs are being shut down. Muslim schools as well are being targeted, are being closed. So basically, this bill is a shift towards a restriction of our basic rights, our freedom of belief, of worship, and religion. And we stand against this law, this bill, and we strongly oppose this bill because France is only interfering into religious matters, which is against our constitution, against the laïcité.
Monia, you said that schools were being closed down. Just explain more. Why are schools being closed down?
Some schools are closed down because they have students who wear the hijab, which is, for example, the case of a school called MHS in Paris. It was closed in November, December, and more than 100 students were left out without any school to go to. But it's a major problem for the Muslim community in France. We are concerned.
France is quite proud of the fact, under usual circumstances, it's a secular society. It doesn't allow these things of faith to interfere in everyone getting along. Do you think that breaks that usual state of affairs?
Well, France is proud of being the country of liberty, equality, and fraternity. And quite ironically, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was proclaimed here in Paris in 1948. And this, and Article number 18 of this Declaration of Human Rights says that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, either alone or in community with others, in public or private, to manifest their religion or belief. But what we see today in France is that they're trying to impose on Muslim women how they should dress, and to impose on imams what they should say during their sermons. So basically, they're violating, France is actually violating its obligations to human rights.
Monia Bouguerra, thank you for explaining your point of view. Monia is a member of the Union of French Muslim Democrats. Thank you.